Are you also worried about data privacy when providing valuable data to ChatGPT? Running your own private LLM is easier than you think. So you've come to the point that you don't want to run ChatGPT for certain aspects of your private or your work life, but you think running your own LLM is way too hard? Stick with me. Today, we are deploying a private large language model locally on your own machine. No API fees, no data leaks, just a pure LLM running on your own hardware. I'll show you exactly how to set this up yourself in just a few minutes. Before we dive in, here's what we're building today. A private AI chatbot with a nice graphical user interface running entirely on my own machine. No cloud, no data leaks, just fast and local AI. Most of you probably already know a large language model is like a really advanced version of autocomplete. It's an AI trained on massive amounts of text, so it can understand and generate human-like language. Here's a very nice website that explains the text generation visually and goes very deep into the matter. And there's also a nice video tutorial in order to get started. Running one of those LLMs locally means that all processing happens on your computer instead of sending data to the cloud. For companies handling sensitive and valuable data, this means greater security, regulatory compliance, and full control over proprietary information. No risk of third-party access or data breaches. Alright, let's talk about the hardware. Here's what you'll need to have a good experience running this locally. A decent GPU, NVIDIA preferred with at least 8 GB of VRAM. But in case you just have access to a CPU, that's fine too, but you run much slower. Some RAM, 16 GB is totally fine, about 10 to 40 GB of disk space for the model. And finally, some patience while you're downloading and installing. We'll be using OpenWebUI because it comes with a nice user interface, it has lots of features, and it's very easy to install and to use. Let's get this running. First, we install the dependencies. If you're on Windows, Linux or Mac, the process is quite similar. Here are the commands for Ubuntu. Since I'm using Docker, you first need to install Docker and also Docker Compose. There are plenty of resources online and a quick Google search should get you started. Then clone the repository. Now enter the directory and run this command if you have access to GPU. Afterwards, you can run Docker PS in order to ensure that everything is running as expected. As you see here, OpenWebUI is published under port 3000, so you can access it on localhost 3000. If you're running this for the first time, you'll have to create a user first and then sign in. That's how to deploy it. If you're running this for the first time, you still need to download a model for Ollama, but we'll take care of that now. Here you see a list of all Ollama models. I recommend starting with Deepseek R1 because it's small but powerful. So just go to Settings, Admin Settings, Connections, Manage, put in Deepseek R1, 8 billion for example. Download it. Since I already downloaded it, it finished immediately, but of course you have to wait for quite a while. Alright, let's throw some questions at it. Here's a challenging one. You have a 5-liter jug and a 3-liter jug. How can you measure exactly 4 liters of water? Okay, so I have this problem where I need to measure exactly 4 liters. So it's thinking the problem through, and with reasoning it tries to come up with a good solution. So it comes up with a solution, which is fill the 5-liter jug completely till it's full, empty the 3-liter jug by pouring its content away, refill the 5-liter jug to its full capacity, and pour water from the 5-liter jug into the 3-liter jug until it's full again. Since the 3-liter jug already had 2 liters, you will pour only 1 liter into this. And after this, the 5-liter jug will contain exactly 4 liters of water, which is the measurement you needed. Sounds good to me. Now, if you're just interested in a direct answer without reasoning, you can just take a model like Llama 3.1 8 billion and ask it a question like, why is the sky blue? And it directly answers your question. Now, if you want to connect your own private data with the model, you can easily do that. For example, if you ask the model, what is Deepseek R1, and we're using Llama 3.1 8 billion, it cannot really answer it because it doesn't have the information about Deepseek R1. It came out earlier than Deepseek. But we can easily deal with that by uploading external documents. First, go to Workspace, Knowledge, and create a new database. We will call it Deepseek. Also add a description. And now you can just drag and drop your files to this new knowledge base. As you see, it's uploading this paper. And after some time, it has added the file successfully. Now I can ask the exact same question and also add the documents, the collection Deepseek. And as you can imagine, you can just create an arbitrary collection of your own personal or very valuable data of your clients, of your company, some products, and so on. And like this, the model is able to answer the question with a very high accuracy and less hallucinations. And that's it. Now you have a fully functional private AI chatbot on your own machine. No cloud, no trackers, just your own personal LLM. You don't even need internet for that, so you can even run it in situations where you don't have access to internet or where you really want to ensure that your network is isolated from the outside world. Speaking of, you can of course connect the system to the web and allow it to run a Google search before answering your question. But this is a topic for another video. If you found this helpful, consider to subscribe and check out my website nextlevelrobot.com if you still struggle and need a helping hand on your AI journey. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.